We hope that you are enjoying Pesach, and as we are approaching Shabbat Pesach, we come together as a community as we've been celebrating not only the Siddharim, but the entire week and the entire season leading up to our most important of holidays. Why do I say that Pesach is the most important holiday? All of the holidays are important. Pesach is the holiday when, through participating in the Seder, or participating in the Passover sacrifice if you lived in biblical times, you came together with family and with friends, with neighbors, with other Jews, and with guests, Jewish or not, to celebrate the fact that we key back to our exodus from Egypt and the miracle of the God of Israel reaching out beyond God's territory, the country of Israel, or Canaan, and God being effective throughout the world, specifically, of course, in Egypt. And what happened in Egypt? The Passover that was celebrated in Egypt began by Hebrews and others deciding to follow Moses' instructions, take the blood of an animal, paint it around the doorposts of their house, and through that act of civil disobedience, because the sheep were gods in Egypt, they declared that they were prepared to make a move to freedom. They were prepared to follow the lead of this fellow Moses and do what needed to be done to declare allegiance to the God of Israel, to reject slavery, to reject oppression, to reject discrimination of any kind, and say that they wanted to go out perhaps to a wilderness, a scary and unknown place, but to a place that represented freedom to them, to their children and grandchildren, and which throughout Western civilization represents a story of freedom to each and every one of us, black and white, Jew, Christian, Muslim, Eastern religions. This is a story which speaks to everyone, which says that we are all the children of God, whether we were born free or slave, regardless of the color of our skin, regardless of what we believed. We could come together to exit slavery as a people. It's also a story about the defeat of despotism, the defeat of the Egyptians who said that they could no longer tolerate a people who were minority, who were not quite the same in their midst. And so as you are celebrating and enjoying your matzah and your special Pesach foods throughout the week, keep that in mind. This is the week when we not only re-up our Jewish identity each year, but we look around and we recommit ourselves to working towards the cause of freedom, for not just for us, but for everyone. Chag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom.